Despite all the nasty fire exchanged between Donald Trump and his rivals this week, at some point, all of this will boil down to the numbers. And as Major Garrett shows us, Mr. Trump is drawing record numbers.
The biggest story in all of politics is what's happening to the Republican Party, and I'm getting zero credit for it.
With more victories in primaries and caucuses than his rivals and a sizable delegate lead over Ted Cruz, Donald Trump says he alone is driving the Republican Party to new heights of turnout and enthusiasm.
It's a movement, folks. It's a movement.
We put that question to Republican Party Chairman Reince Priebus.
Donald Trump says he's good for the party. He's remaking it and enlarging it. Do you agree?
I think in some cases, all of our candidates are good for the party. And you know what? Look at the record turnout. I think when you
What do you attribute that to?
I attribute it to, in part, Donald Trump, but I also attribute it to campaigns that are very serious. And it's also the interest in the Republican Party.
The numbers back him up. Through the same 13 contests in 2012, voters have cast about 1 million more ballots for Trump than 2012 Republican nominee Mitt Romney. Trump and his bombast may also be driving turnout another way, against him. Cruz and Marco Rubio trail Trump considerably, but their vote totals compare favorably with Romney's. Cruz has won slightly fewer votes than Romney, while Rubio's vote total is more than 100,000 ahead. Romney, meanwhile, this week called Trump a menace to the party and a threat to democracy.
He's playing the members of the American public for suckers. He gets a free ride to the White House, and all we get is a lousy hat.
Carl Buss participated in today's Kansas caucuses.
They're saying the Republican Party is not unified. Yes, it is. Look how many votes in the primary has been so far that are Republicans we never had before. I'm standing in this line for the first time because of Donald Trump.
Historically, the Republican primary vote is about 90% white, and that trend continues. Now, Jim, while Trump's support tends to skew toward voters without college degrees, he also picks up solid backing among the college-educated, men, women, conservatives, and independents.
So, Major, all these new Republican voters that you're reporting on, how are they likely to play as a factor come November?
Well, here's some numbers to consider. White voters made up 72% of the electorate in 2012, and President Obama lost the white vote by a larger margin than any winning candidate in American history. Now, Trump, Cruz, and Rubio are attracting more voters, most of them white. Now, adding voters always increases the chances of victory. But Trump's campaign, should he become the nominee, could also increase minority turnout for Democrats, thereby erasing Republican gains. And then, Jim, there is the question of GOP unity behind a Trump-led ticket, and that is clearly unanswered.
Major Garrett reporting for us tonight from Washington. Major, thank you very much.
Sure.
Stay with CBS for continuing campaign 2016 coverage. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, and Ted Cruz are among John Dickerson's guests tomorrow morning on Face the Nation.